other Australian connections in tonight's program. I spent 12 years living in Sydney and met a number of really fantastic musicians. And in the same way that Melvin has collected his friends and fellow musicians from around the world, I wanted to do the same thing. We have two examples of that tonight. 2 years ago, we had a choral festival in Sydney, and I had been told before this that the conductor, Mike Brewer, who comes from England, you read about his career in the program, would be the conductor, and that I would love his work. That was a real understatement. The work that he did with the boys from the boys' school that I taught at in Sydney and several other schools there in the city was really first rate. So from very early on in the process, I mentioned to Mike that I'd love to get him here for a few days in a couple of years. Those few days have happened over the last 3 days. They have been exhilarating, exhausting, enthusiastic, really wonderful encounter with music. I've rarely seen a teacher who asks his students to reach deeper than Mike has done, and it really has paid great dividends. We are pleased that he can squeeze us in at the end of, I believe, 7 weeks overseas, going from country to country around the world, and I'm hoping that this swan song will be something that you will remember very fondly, Mike, because we will certainly. Let's welcome to the stage Mike Brewer and the String Quartet.
I've received for a long time. When I arrived in Australia, a chap stood up and said, "Well, you've read what it says here, let's see what the blighter can do." And it wasn't in a wonderful setting like this either. I've had a fantastic